You're joining us for another edition of Morning Date, and today we have the pleasure of sitting down with the founders of We Ride Korea. They provide bicycle tours through Seoul, and you can experience a true sense, I should say, of the city. 오늘 두 바퀴로 즐기는 서울 We Ride Korea의 백시영 대표님 그리고 Vincent Liptrot 대표님을 모셨습니다. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Sue.
Good morning.
Good morning. Would you like to say hello to our listeners?
Yeah, good morning.
Start off with Vincent.
Wow, it's an honour to be here speaking to you all.
And Kevin or 백시영 대표님.
Hello, welcome to Morning Special, and I'm very glad that you guys invited us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being here. 네, 백시영 대표님은 제가 이제 케빈이라고 좀 불러도 되겠습니까?
Yes.
네, 이렇게 가도록 할게요. So you are the founders of We Ride Korea, as I mentioned in the opening there. Tell us first of all about We Ride.
Well, We Ride is a travel company. We specialise in alternative mobility tours, and we especially enjoy bicycle tours. But not only bicycle tours, we've got e-bikes and pedicabs, so there's a variety of modes. We will take out anyone from the single customer who'd like to explore Bukchon or get a connection with Seoul.
Yeah.
And we'll expand out to scale out to MICE tours. We can take out up to 150 people right now in one go. Although we are planning on expanding that number up to 300 people at one time.
Amazing.
So we're capable of taking out large groups for incentive tours or cruise stopovers down in Busan or transfers at Incheon Airport. We really are very versatile, able to cater for a wide range.
Yeah.
However, I'd say that doesn't really encompass our value, or it doesn't really talk about our ethos. There's a lot more to us than our service in that sense.
Let me try to quickly summarize what you just said in Korean for our listeners first, and then we'll talk about the ethos and the idea behind the company as well. 자, 그래서 뭐 개인부터 시작해서 이제 그룹 투어까지 자전거를 타고 서울을 즐길 수 있는 여러 가지 방법을 제공하고 있는 We Ride가 되겠습니다. First of all, though, I'm quite curious to know how you two met and how this came about. Because obviously our listeners, I think, know from your accent, Vincent, that you're from the UK.
Right.
And Kevin, you're from the US. How did you meet and how did this come to be?
This is actually my real brother.
Oh,
no, I'm joking.
Okay. And this is going to turn into a documentary then.
I also did a small tour, like the travel agency, tour company. This is run by Pedicab Traksha, and I was the boss, and he was my team leader. I just actually hired him, and after we just got out from the company, I was looking for another second business, and I was lying in his house a coach. I mean, it's like potato couch.
Oh, okay.
And then was discussing like
you were staying at Vincent's place.
No, I just hang out just for.
You were just staying. You were hanging out.
Yeah, it was a social occasion.
And then this idea.
Yeah, this idea is just, why don't we just start a bicycle tour company? And then we actually, it was 2018 January, and that idea was getting more detail, and we made it at May 31st of the May, and named We Ride, and that's the starting point of why we just get along.
Wow.
2018, it seems so long ago.
Yeah. Almost like 2 years.
I don't think I've relaxed on the sofa since.
Definitely not a couch potato then.
No.
So all in all, you've known each other for years, although this particular company started last year, right?
Yeah, last year May was the starting point.
그렇군요. 그 전에도 이제 같이 일을 했었고 작년 초쯤에 이 아이디어를 내서 우리 함께 한번 사업을 한번 해보자라고 하면서 결국 이제 5월 말에 대해서야 위라이드를 함께 시작을 하게 되셨다는 얘기를 해주셨습니다. Well, these tours obviously they can have all sorts of different levels, I understand. So how difficult are the tours?
It's brutal. It's torture, honestly.
Yeah. That's great promotion.
Don't try this at home.
You tell us about that. Can anyone join? Can anyone take part?
Yeah, it's really not. It's not as difficult as everyone thinks. One of our biggest obstacles isn't the weather or the environment or the hills or the city itself. Our biggest obstacle to overcome is people's prejudice of cycling. They think it's going to be tiring and difficult and sweaty or hot or cold.
Yeah.
And it's really none of those things. At the end of the ride, everyone is very surprised at how easy and safe and enjoyable it was and comfortable.
네, 제가 좀 이게 약간 놀리려고 이거 너무 어려운 거 아니에요? 이렇게 물어봤어요. 자전거 타고 여행하면은 힘들 것 같아서. 그런데 아니다. 누구나 쉽게 할 수 있다라는 설명을 주셨습니다. So how does this work? Do you have a guide in front and then you are behind, or how does it work?
With our tours, we for safety we have a leader, a guide at the start, at the front, and to the rear there's a second rider. And to be honest, there's lots of. It's an adventure every time, so there's lots of things that can arise. There's always a diverse group of individuals that come on our tour, and it's really we think it's important to have those two responsible, qualified personnel to keep everyone enjoying the ride and having the experience that they'd hope for.
Yeah, I mean it sounds exciting. I personally love cycling. I guess the response must be great, right? The people who take part in these.
You should join our tour. Yeah.
Maybe I should.
You should definitely. It's funny. I when you talk about how difficult it is on the tours, I think the analogy, the anecdote of the Saudi Arabian riders that we had, I think best demonstrates what's possible on our tour. Well, it was actually it was you and I kept together. We took them out.
Yeah, there was 4 Saudi Arabian ladies just booked the tour.
Yeah.
And the who booked the tour was only ride 2 times in her lifetime about riding a bike. And she actually lead the group. I want to ride a bicycle in Seoul, and then she booked the tour, and the rest of the ladies were very ride well. And it was very ironically and very good big dilemma.
Yeah.
By the way, when we just started the tour, immediately I recognized she don't know how to use the brake, how to curb, how to pedal it. It's almost like teaching like 7-year-old lady kids to how to ride a bike. And it was 4-hour tour, and we do a lovely, very enjoyable tour with her, and it was one of my most memorable tour in 2019.
So did you have to stop in between to coach her a little bit?
Yes, I did, but so on our way, we a little bit practice and then ride it again. And a little bit difficult to do it, but the tour was very good.
Yeah. What did they say after the 4 hours?
She wrote a very long review, and actually, I heard that the Islam country, the male should not hold a hand or touch the body, but it was so. I was so like anxiously want to deliver something to her. To want to make her practice. So I hold her hand. This is the way how you use your brake. This is the way how you turn the handlebar. And her mention was riding a bicycle in Seoul. She thought it's very dangerous and very difficult, but she recognized it very fun. And Vincent and I do a lot of very enjoyable information, very fun information to them. That was her review.
그렇군요.
Personally, she, as a group, they spoke to me and they said that the reason that they wanted to do the tour in Seoul, on the bike tour, where they were so enthusiastic about getting out there, was that for a long time they weren't able to ride back in Saudi Arabia.
I see.
It's not really considered something that girls would do
Yeah.
over there. So they've as part of the kind of freedom of getting away and trying something new, they thought they'd go on a bike ride and just overlooked the fact that they didn't know how to ride bikes.
I'm sure they were liberated after this and quite skilled when it comes to bike riding.
Yeah, I think ultimately everyone was really it's one of my most favourite tours of the year as well, just to be part of that experience for them and personally to have learned so much from them as well and really challenged the limits of what we do, stretched it out and realised that anyone can join our tour.
Absolutely.
You don't even really need to know how to ride, but it does help. Please know how to ride.
Please, if possible. All right, we're going to take a short song break, and then when we come back, we'll talk more about We Ride. Let's have ABBA singing Take a Chance on Me. You're listening to Morning Date, and we're joined by two people who had a vision and made it happen. We Ride Korea founders, 백시영 대표님 and Vincent Leptrot. So before the song break, we spoke briefly about what We Ride is, and let's go over that a bit more, because you did, Vincent, say earlier on that it's the vision, it's the values and the ethos behind it that is more meaningful than what the actual company is itself. So could you elaborate?
Gladly. So I think what I was referring to there was our team. The team that we've gathered. I think both Xiong and myself recognize that his background and my background are quite diverse, and we recognize the strength in that diversity. So building upon that, we've built a very diverse team.
Yeah.
We've got very experienced, for example, we've got a very experienced developer from Silicon Valley, 10 years experience in Silicon Valley, working side by side with a fresh college graduate in our office. Our oldest member of the team is a very experienced 66-year-old gentleman who's bringing so much more than than society would suggest.
Right.
At his age, people sometimes get sidelined and marginalised, and we definitely recognise the value of his input. He's been incredible inspiration for us, as well as our youngest member, who's still in college right now.
Wow.
24 years old, and we all work together in a common goal, and I feel that is our strength. That's what will cause us will lead us to success. Excuse me, I'm losing my.
Yeah. We Ride Korea의 어떻게 보면 뭐 가장 특장점이라고나 할까요? 이제 가장 자랑스럽게 느끼는 부분이 이 팀이다라고 설명을 해주시면서 굉장히 다양한 팀원들이 있다. 뭐 연령도 그렇지만 뭐 20대부터 60대까지, 하지만 백그라운드도 다 굉장히 다양하고, 뭐 실리콘밸리에서 오랫동안 일하셨던 분들부터 시작해서 뭐 프랜차이즈 대표님도 계시고요, 대학생도 있고요. 굉장히 다양하다라는 거 하는데, 이 팀이 어떻게 보면은 이 We Ride의 그 핵심이 아니냐 이런 얘기를 좀 해주셨어요. It is a social venture, and you do many things, as we briefly mentioned earlier on. Perhaps, Kevin, you'd like to tell us more about We Ride.
We are even we start the tour, we don't want to become like very commercial company. The company at least have to make some profit, but we want to aim to like social value, social venture, so-called 사회적 기업. So right now we are 국토교통부 예비 사회적 기업. I don't know how to pronounce it in Asian. 국토교통부.
Ministry of Transport.
Yeah, Ministry of Transport and Lands, like that. The reason why I want to become a social venture is we thought that the working with the junior and senior at the one-time group is more having more synergy rather than just like one typical like youth startup, just building up the stuff rather than that one. The second one is we want to make all the customers connect with the local and the community and also the real residents, but not foreigner customer. We are aimed the domestic customer too. And as we didn't mention, but we have another like slow roll program. This is finding out the community of the people and starting from the whole 55 different regions and gonna be having some like little program to discovering each of the different peoples, each of the small alley or the local history or the nature beauty. So we want to deliver something way beyond like money, a little bit more valuable stuff, what we call connecting or what we call recognizing.
Right. And I suppose in a way it's a drive for social change. You're trying to connect different ages, different people of different backgrounds together through this company and this project, if I'm getting this correct.
Yeah, we were actually inspired a lot by the UN Sustainable Development goals. You can read those at un.org, and there's 17 of them. And if you have a look down that list, the recognized problems, I don't think there'll be any surprises on that list for anyone. Yeah. We all know about these issues, and if all companies in the world could look down that list, we could try and address 1, 2, 3 of those issues, we'd be in a much better situation. And I'd like to make a special mention of Social Development Goal 17, the last one, which is partnerships. And through partnerships, you can really have a much better chance of addressing those other 16 issues. Things like inequality, gender equality, opportunity inequality, and better infrastructure, sustainable, environmentally sustainable practices. All of these things can be much better achieved if we get together, and it takes more than just one company or one person. It's a team effort.
Absolutely, and it is definitely so much more than what it is on the surface. Because I mean, we started off joking about how difficult it is cycling and all of that, but really underneath it all, you have this goal towards sustainable development. 유엔의 지속 가능한 발전 고울들을 이제 좀 읽다가 보니까 우리도 이러한 큰 안목으로 사업을 해보자라는 생각으로 시작하셨다는 얘기까지 지금 들려주셨는데요. 그 중에서도 이제 17번째 고울을 보게 되면은 파트너십을 통해서 여러 가지 불평등, 그러니까 불공정을 우리가 없앨 수 있다, 이런 내용이 들어있다고 설명을 해주셨습니다. 성불평등이라든지 아니면은 여러 가지 일하는 데 있어서 우리가 불평등이 있을 수 있는데 그런 것들을 좀 타파하자, 없애자라는 생각을 가지고 위라이드를 만드셨어요. 그런데 이제 자전거를 타는 것이잖아요. 이제 자전거 타는 것이 서울에서 이게 어떨까 하는 궁금점이 우리 청취자분들이 있을 수도 있어요. Is it easy to, cycle around Seoul? I know there are some paths along the Han River, but that's not all, is it?
Yeah, you just nailed it. People mostly think that riding a downtown Seoul, isn't it dangerous? One of my customers from Singapore, she watched Korean K-drama so much, and she just assumed that if you go out, every time the drama scene, the actor, when they go out, they had a car accident. So they just thought that, South Korea cars, it's very dangerous, isn't it? But actually not. I guess this is one of the bad examples of me.
Yeah. Right.
We have a very lovely tour in downtown Seoul, nearby Bukchon, Seocheon, Jongno. We have, based on our strong theme, so we have e-bike, morning e-bike tour. Dynamic Korea is based on history, and Twilight in Seoul is, as the name, you can see the changing of the night and the day and the night and the different activity around downtown Seoul. And the last one is Let's See Everything, is a 6-hour tour.
Right.
So you can take a look all the variety, more than 20 spots at one time. And if someone's very difficult to ride a bike, we also provide some e-bike. If someone just wanna relax or wanna had some special service, we also do some pedicure tours. So what you have to do, just lie on the bike,
wow.
sitting at the backside.
그렇군요. 사실 이제 자전거를 통한 여러 가지 여행 투어를 이 위라이드를 통해서 접하실 수 있는데요. 서울의 한강변뿐만 아니라 골목골목 테마에 맞게 굉장히 안전하게 다니실 수 있습니다. 다녀오신 분들도 굉장히 평가가 너무 좋더라고요. 너무 재밌었다, 좋았다 이런 평들이 참 많으신데 이바이크 얘기도 좀 해주셨고요. 그 다음에는 테마에 따라서는 이제 낮과 밤에 서울의 그런 다른 모습들을 자전거를 타면서 경험해 볼 수도 있고 또 이제 좀 장시간 6시간 동안 자전거를 타면서 서울의 면면을 다 살펴보는 그런 투어도 있고요. 그리고 외국에서 이제 오신 분들 중에 아까 뭐 싱가포르 고객 얘기를 잠깐 해주셨는데 위험하지 않을까 생각하시는 분들도 한번 이제 다녀오고 나면 그렇지 않구나 라는 또 이제 깨달음도 얻고 가신다고 하는데 아마 국내에서 쭉 사신 분들도 모르시는 분들도 있을 수 있을 것 같아요. 서울에서 이렇게 자전거 타는 게 안전하고 또 재밌을 수 있다. 그래서 잠깐 음악 나가는 사이에 아까 백 대표님이 말씀을 해주셨던 게 자전거 투어에서 가장 어려운 점은 어떤 뭐 위험이라든지 안전 이런 게 아니다. 사람들의 인식이다. 이런 얘기를 잠깐 해주셨어요. 그 얘기를 조금만 더 해주시겠어요? Could you tell us a bit more about the biggest challenge, which is the people's minds?
Yeah, well, it's actually more. It's not only a challenge with people who don't know Korea. It's actually probably even a large challenge for people who do live here in Korea. So, as we mentioned earlier, people who live in Korea think riding is down by the Han River. Actually, it's wonderful to ride in the rest of the city too. There are more bicycle lanes. Korea's famous for bicycle lanes actually around the world. So we have people from Thailand coming over to ride Korea's bicycle lanes who recognize something that the local people don't.
Wow.
So that's interesting. And as you mentioned earlier, when people do actually go out and ride, they recognize it's actually fun. It's not difficult. It's not tiring. It's not sweaty.
그렇습니다.
They're well catered for. We've been requested to travel all over the city on our custom tour program, as well as our MICE tour programs as well. And we're finding predominantly we're getting a lot of foreigners joining. So I'd like to encourage Koreans to take advantage of this service. We can come right into your neighborhood and give you a tour. We can cater for your company and do a team building program and guarantee good results.
And I'm going to give our listeners some time to look up We Ride as we listen to a song. This is Post Malone with Circles, and we'll be right back. We're back with 백시영 대표님 and Vincent Leptrop 대표님, the founders who got a new touring company started, and they'll be the first to jump in and tell you they may have gotten the ball rolling, but the heart and soul behind We Ride Korea are the people who they work with. 조금 전에도 우리가 이제 팀에 대한 팀워크 그리고 이제 팀이 가지는 어떤 아주 중요한 의미, 목적에 대해서도 얘기를 나눠봤습니다. So I mean, let's talk about some of the things in your program. And there's a particular thing you'd like to talk about today. Slow roll. Who would like to tell me about that?
Slow roll is kind of our catchphrase. Your slow roll. And it's discovering the community, and this is mostly kind of the bad expression will be social writing. Good expression will be recognizing your community and your local. It's more beyond just one of the programs. Want to connect with the people. And we was trying to find, starting from the 25 region in Seoul and expanding to all the 도시재생 지역 and all the the local, not only Seoul, also the countryside.
아하. 처음에는 이제 서울 25개구에서 이렇게 지역에 대해서 우리가 좀 더 알아가자라는 목적을 갖고
Maybe more person focusing on.
사람을 더 알아가자라는 것에 좀 주안점을 두고 Slow Roll 프로그램을 시작하게 되셨군요. So slow roll here is referring to literally slowly riding the bike and getting to know the people, right?
You can come with riding a horse or
Oh, okay. Aha.
tricycle or one wheel or whatever. The stroll is when the group, when you reach something of certain point, the fast way just go individually. But when all the participants, when they want to reach the goal, they have to be just matched to the slowest person.
그러니까 그 해당 지역의 주민들도 함께 참여한다라는 얘기잖아요. 네. 그러면 같이 자전거를 타고
자전거 it's the easy way.
아하. 아니면 그냥 이제 소통을 할 수 있는 그런 기회를 좀 마련해 주시나요?
The idea is that we gather as a community. We leave together. We move together. And then we arrive together. And on the way, we experience our neighborhood that we're very proud of together. And connect with our surroundings, our environment, but also with each other.
Well, each of the different 25 districts in Seoul have their own characteristics. Some of them have more, foreigners, some of them from different nationalities, or, just locally we have all sort of different characteristics. So what sort of things do you do? How do they take part? You did mention that they leave together, come together, but in between, what do you do? What do you talk about?
Recently we had a participation who come from Pakistan.
Yes, Bakar from Pakistan.
He just come with his son. And the son was 10 years old, but he's very fluent in Korean language.
Wow.
That was a very interesting part. And not only the looks like what else? Maybe it's a little bit explain a little bit more.
Bakar. Well, he actually has four sons. Was it five? I think he has 5 sons. He brought his youngest 10 years old, and it was an experience where there were a lot of surprises. There's a lot more diversity and considerations in what we're doing than we'd anticipated. So as part of the ride, we stopped for a picnic in the park.
Oh, that's nice.
And Bakar asked us if there was any halal food available, and we hadn't thought about that.
I see.
So there are surprises and challenging. We're still learning, but it's great. It's great that we're experiencing such variety, such diversity, and that's what we hope to achieve.
I think we each other learning about it. I never met like halal food customer. I mean, it's like a participation before. Very closely, and then they probably understanding their local, how is Korean look like or household looks like. So this kind of beauty we were trying to create.
So our last slow roll was the Yongsan ride.
Yeah.
And our next slow roll is in Mapo.
Oh, nice.
So we're really excited to see what kind of surprises we'll find in Mapo and what kind of diversity and we'll find there too.
When is Mapo riding?
Mapo ride is on the 21st of December.
Okay, so can anyone register now and take part?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, come too.
Yeah. How do you register? What's the process?
You can, at the moment, Facebook is a great place to find out information.
Yeah.
There's the Slow Roll page, We Ride Slow Roll page. You can find out all about our upcoming events.
Yeah.
And see pictures of the last event in Yongsan.
Wow.
You can also find out information on our website, www.weridekorea.com. There's an event section which focuses on slow roll. And I believe we've got it on other outlets. I believe there's a Naver.
Naver is available too.
12월 21일이 토요일이죠?
Yes, it is.
네, 그날은 이제 마포구에서 슬로우 롤 프로그램을 진행할 거라고 합니다. 마포구에는 또 어떤 주민분들이 살고 계시는지, 또 어떤 아름다운 모습들이 있는지 자전거 여행이라는 어떤 수단을 통해서 알아갈 수 있는 기회, 여러분도 맛보실 수 있습니다. 바로 이제 온라인상으로 신청을 하시면 되겠고요. I mean, it sounds wonderful because we live in a day and age where, of course, in the past, everyone used to know who was living next door.
Yeah.
There was a lot of communication and interaction. But nowadays, we have no idea who we're living next door to, who lives in this neighborhood. But I love this initiative. you get to meet people.
Yeah.
There's not enough of that in this day and age.
Yeah.
Face to faces.
Meet your neighbour,
Yeah.
meet your community, and take your head out of your phone, get back into the real world.
I love that.
It's all made possible through cycling.
I think due to that value, we got a lot of award from the government. Not only just STO 서울 관광재단 just giving award for the tour, but also for 국토교통부 they gave a 도시재생 project. They gave an award for us based on the 도시재생 project. So I think that what we just what we does is just proposing some good idea and real action. Riding a bicycle and finding a local and the community and the people is not a new idea. Actually, a very old concept. But what we make different and special is we actually do in real downtown Seoul, like very urban, like all internet, 5G.
Yeah.
But we're riding slow. We're going to connect with the people, connect with Sue. Yeah, that's what we just really want to deliberate to the people in the EBS. Would you like to join our solo? You are the solo.
Yes, definitely. I'll reiterate that for sure. You are slow roll. Us on our own is not going to achieve the goals. So we'd like to invite you all to join us and watch our space and participate. And by doing that, we might be able to achieve something that we all know the world needs.
네. 사실 처음에는 이제 우리가 자전거를 통한 여행을 한다라고 했을 때는 언뜻 들었을 때 그러면 뭐 건강을 위한 뭐 그런 개인적인 투어인가라고 이제 착각을 할 수 있지만 사실 어떻게 보면은 자전거는 하나의 수단이고요. 그것을 통해서 사람과 사람을 이어주는 그리고 이제 사람 간의 어떤 계층을 좁혀주는 그런 아주 큰 역할을 하고 계시군요.
Yeah, we was trying to focusing on the three word rest and move and time because while we preparing this interview, we take a look at all the photo. We actually takes all the participation photo. And we had so many good memories that we remember all the participation episode. This is the guy who I write it, and I have very good memory because you mentioned this last one, the Dongdaemun.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is about the weather. Yeah, down in Dongdaemun, we're looking through some of the old pictures, and it was a picture came up of a ride that I did with a couple. I can't remember where they're from, but. We went out and we had no idea it was going to rain that day.
Oh, no.
It just poured. Normally, if it's going to rain, we bring out raincoats.
Yes.
We weren't prepared, and it just poured down, and surprisingly. And when you look at the picture, instead of seeing two miserable people on a bike riding in the rain, I managed to capture a moment where they held hands as they were riding, and it was so beautiful. It was so romantic, and. Their review afterwards talked about the wonderful experience that they'd had. Really, the rain made it better, made the ride better. So it is these small adversities that actually, these small challenges that actually end up being a wonderful experience.
And I love that. In the day and age when we have more online likes and friends than we do real friends, go and check out We Ride, everyone, and connect with the people in your society.